In today's practice, there's these, I took like a workshop podcast kind of thing the other day with one of my teachers. What is that there? And she's a very senior teacher. She's been teaching for over 20, 25 years. Anyway, one of the things she brought to my attention was about, and actually it's what we've been talking about for the last month or so or whatever, just about change and transformation, and that change is inevitable. Change happens all the time, and we kind of have to, we can fight it or we can embrace it, we can go with the flow or we can struggle with it, and sometimes we do both, you know, it just depends on what's going on. But change and transformation are kind of the same thing. We can change, we can transform slowly into new people. We can change from using our choices, different experiences that we're going through. We can change the experience by choosing to either leave that experience, walk away from it, or dive deep into it, or maybe just tread on the outside of it, okay? And or maybe going in different ways through the experience. Anyway, there's 5 essential attributes towards that change and transformation. So I'm going to read out the 5 and then I'm going to explain them, and then I'd like you to apply them to your practice, because you can apply it to your practice, you can apply it to your life, you can apply it to anything that you're doing. Okay, so the first one is be willing to start or begin again. So every time you fall out of a pose or something happens, just get up and start again. You know, there's that song, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, start all over again. You know, there's that song. Does everyone know that song? You know that song? Okay. And then the second one is let questions be there. So in other words, allow questions to come up. Be open to those questions. The who, the what, the why, the where, the how. And that's for everything that you're doing. So if you're bringing your arm up like this and you're going, oh, it hurts. Well, ask why does it hurt? What are you doing that makes it hurt? What can I do differently? How can I do something differently to make sure that bringing up the arm is not going to hurt? Maybe it's keeping it down. Maybe it's bending the elbow a little bit more. So those kind of questions, bring them up continuously. And then build faith on your experiences. So that means trust in yourself through your experiences. All of you have lived quite a few years, as we all have, and we should trust those. But even a child has lived and gone through experiences, and those experiences are learning experiences, and we should trust in what we know, all that knowledge, so that we can apply it to whatever else we're doing in the moment. And trust ourselves. Listen to the heart, listen to the belly, listen to that gut instinct. And you know, most of the time you'll come out ahead. Up here, we listen to the mind. Remember, the mind is manufactured by us through different things, and it's not necessarily our truth. Okay, so that is the third one. The fourth one is sharpen your discrimination. So that means choose what you want to do, choose how you want to act. Choose, make choices, make decisions. And if we think about it in our yoga practice, some things we just aren't going to feel good in our bodies. So don't do them. Maybe just do parts of them. Maybe use your imagination. So discriminate what you're going to do. And throughout your daily life, discriminate. Decide, okay, I'm going to do this because it feels good in my body. I feel good about doing this. I'm not going to go over and do that because, first of all, it's dangerous. It doesn't feel good when I do it, or I feel something in my gut and it doesn't feel right. So I choose not to do it. Okay, so that's what that one means. And then the fifth one is embrace your spirit of self-inquiry. So in other words, take time to reflect. We do that at the end of every practice, is taking the time to process, to integrate, and to reflect on what you've done. So reflecting on those experiences and those choices and noticing how they've affected you and how you've responded to them. Okay, so that's a lot. I'll bring it back up through the following weeks so that you can really begin to process and reflect on all of those questions and all those attributes. And I mean, these are things you're probably already doing, you're just not really aware of them. Okay, so let's sit comfortably in our chairs and root down through our feet. Okay, and then maybe just wiggle our bottoms and sit up tall. And then just settle yourselves, just bring yourselves to your center. Just feeling your body sitting in the chair, rooting through your feet, feeling your bones, feeling your muscles. So feeling settled, and then begin to slowly bring your awareness towards your center. So letting go of all that's happened so far this morning, and then just start to go inwards. Doing a little body scan. Checking out your joints and your muscles and your bones, your organs. Even your vital system, so your circulation. The way your blood is moving, the way you're breathing. All the different activities that are happening in the body at this moment in time. Noticing the thoughts that are moving up in the head. Being aware of them. Not trying to give too much attention to them. Letting them pass by. And then finally coming towards your breath and noticing your breath moving through your body. With every breath, allow each breath to get a little bit deeper, a little bit fuller. It might not already be down there in the belly, but it might be a little bit more shallower. So without forcing the breath, just allow it just to get a little bit bigger, a little bit fuller, a little bit deeper. And so you feel your body expanding with the breath. And as you breathe, feel yourself lifting up on your inhales as if you're growing a little bit taller. And as you exhale, feel yourself rooting down through your seat and through your feet, just a little bit more, and even through your hands on your legs. So finding a little bit more of a stable foundation. So inhale to rise and exhale to root. Inhale to rise and exhale to root. Just going at your own pace, noticing how that feels in your body. Okay, we're going to start to bring some movement in, and we're going to do one thing and then start to add on. So we're going to just start with the chin first. So inhale, lift up. So as if you're rising with your body. And exhale, rooting down, and the chin comes down. Let's do that 2 more times, and then we'll add on. Inhale, lift up the chin. Lift up to rise. Exhale, root down, the chin comes down. And again, inhale to rise. Lift up the chin. And exhale, root down, the chin comes down. I'm going to add on the arms. Inhale, the arms and the chin come up. And exhale, chin and arms come down. Inhale, arms and chin come up. Reach up. And exhale, arms and chin come down. Moving with your breath. Inhale up. Reach and stretch. Exhale all the way down. Let's add on. We're going to lift the heels up. Push into the balls of the toes. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Pressing into the toes, arms and chin lift. Exhale, lower. And one more time, inhale, lift. Lift up those heels. We're going to stay here for a moment. So the arms are lifted, the chin is lifted. We're pressing into the balls of the feet and the toes. The heels are lifted. Trying to keep those knees right over top of the ankles. Try not to let them splay out or come inwards too much. And just holding yourself here, and then maybe even go through that list that I was talking about at the beginning of class. So asking those questions, doing some self-reflection, trusting in yourself, being discriminative. So maybe all of this doesn't feel good, and maybe you need to change it up a little bit. Just really being aware of what's happening at this moment. Let's take one more breath here. And then we're going to lower everything down. All the way down. All the way down. And then just holding it down here. Stretching out the back of the neck. Reaching those fingers down. Pushing the heels down. Okay, now let's inhale the arms all the way back up again. Look up. Bring your hands towards your heart. Good. And then we're going to open up the arms nice and wide. Bring the arms all the way up again. Reach up and then bring our arms into cactus arms. Spread out those fingers. Bring the hands back a little bit. Back a little bit, and the forearms, or the biceps and the triceps are kind of level with each other. It's kind of, you have to maybe wiggle around a little bit. Okay, so we're going to inhale here, maybe squeeze the shoulder blades together a little bit. As we exhale, we're going to bring the hands together, the elbows together, and then hinge forward just a little bit. Inhale, open. It's almost like a little cow and cat. And exhale, come forwards. Inhale, open. You're going to look up and exhale, round out, come forwards. 2 more times. Inhale, open. But this is like hot yoga. Exhale, come forwards, because I don't have air conditioning. Inhale, open. Exhale, round out. And then inhale, come back. Bring the arms up. And bring the arms all the way down. And root those fingers down towards the ground. Root our feet down towards the ground. Okay. So we're going to do a little twist here. So we're going to bring the arms all the way up again. Okay. And we're going to bring our hands onto the shoulders. Okay. So keep the shoulders nice and down. Okay. And the elbows don't have to come up. It depends. You can have them down. You want a little bit more of a workout, bring those elbows up. Okay. It's entirely up to you. Okay. So we're going to inhale here, and then exhale. We're going to twist. Allow the head to go a little bit more, eyes a little bit more. Then on the next inhalation, bring the eyes back, bring the head back, and come back to center. So inhale here, Exhale, twist. And then allow the head to go a little bit more, the eyes a little bit more. Don't force it. And then bring the eyes back, head back, and come back to center. One more time on each side. Inhale here, exhale, twist. Head goes a little bit more, eyes a little bit more. Then on your next inhalation, eyes come back, head comes back, body comes back. One more time towards the other way. Inhale here, exhale over, head goes, eyes go, just a little bit, and then inhale, bring the eyes back, head back, and body back. And then raise the arms all the way up, and we're gonna forward bend all the way down towards the toes, all the way down towards the toes. And then inhale, lift all the way back up, bring the arms down, and we'll do that one more time. Inhale, lift, and forward bend. Inhale, lift, and all the way down. Good, hold it here. Okay, so we're gonna take the right leg and we're gonna cross it over. Did everyone get their ankle up here? If not, just bring it down. Just bring it down at the ankle. If you can get your ankle up onto your just above your knee, onto your thigh. And we're just gonna hold it like this, and you might find some things happening in the hip. We're just gonna stay here, and the right foot, you're gonna flex it. So the toes are kind of coming in and your foot is flat. Hold on to your shin, or just place your hands in your lap, and we're gonna start to flex and point that foot. Flex and point, and staying as tall as we can. Flex and point the foot, and then a few ankle circles in that foot, and in the opposite direction. Okay. And then relax the foot. So coming back into a flex, root down through that left foot. We're gonna hold on to the sides of the chair. We're gonna do a little side bend here. Okay, so the right arm is gonna come up. So we're having one hand down, the left arm is down, the right arm is up, and we're gonna move over towards that left side. Little side bend here. Might not go very far because we don't wanna fall off the chair. And then inhale to lift. We're gonna do that 3 times. Exhale over. Inhale to lift. Exhale over. And inhale to lift. Okay, and then we'll change arms. We're gonna bring the right arm down, left arm comes up, and we'll side bend on this side. Just notice all the things that are happening. Exhale over, inhale to lift for 1, exhale over, inhale, lift for 2, and last time, keep both buttock cheeks on the chair, and lift up, and then bring that arm all the way down. Okay, so we can hold on to the chair and see if we can scooch this left leg and bring it out a little bit, and maybe even lift it up. That's really tough. Just scooch it out. See if you can walk those toes out, and then see if you can lift the foot up. It's not easy, so don't feel bad if you can't do it. Just try and see what happens. And then scooch that foot back, and we'll change legs. Bring that right foot down, hold it here for a moment, and then take the left foot and bring it up. Maybe you'll notice something different on this side. So flex that foot, hold on to the tibia, sit up tall, relax the shoulders, and then we're gonna point and flex that foot. While you're doing this, you can probably feel all the muscles in and around the tibia working, and even in the calf muscle as you just point and flex your foot. Okay, and then let's do some circles in the ankle on this side, and then on the other side. Okay, and then bring it back to a flex. Okay, and then we're gonna hold on to the sides of the chair, sitting up tall. The left arm is going to raise up, Okay. Hold it here, and we're gonna go over towards the right side. So inhale here, exhale, bend over. Inhale, lift, get those abs and core working. Exhale over. Inhale, lift. See if you can grow a little taller. One more time, over. Good, and then lift, and then change arms. Okay, and then exhale over. And inhale, lift. You might notice that you don't have to go very far. Over. And lift. And last time, over. And lift up, and then bring the arms down. And then we'll try to scooch that right foot forwards. And then see if you can lift it up. You have to really hold on to the chair. And then bring the foot down. And then try it again, scooch it forwards. This is one of those things about willing to try again, because it's not easy. I find it actually easier on this side. That's interesting. The other side I could barely even do. Okay, and scooch that foot back down, and then bring the foot down. And then we'll move the feet wide. Okay, move the feet wide, and we're just going to move the knees from side to side. Okay, and we can even look over and do a little twist here, moving the feet from side to side. And you just go as far into this twist as you're comfortable doing. Going slow. Inhale, we're coming back to center. Exhale, we're twisting. We're twisting right through the middle of the body, and maybe through the head and the eyes. Also notice how it feels on your feet, going into the inner and outer edge of your feet. We'll do that one more time. And then bring yourself back to center, and then heel toe the feet together. Okay, so root down again through your feet. Okay, bringing the arms all the way up again. Bring the right hand towards the middle of your back, or between the shoulder blades. And it might not go that far. Don't worry if it does or doesn't. The left arm is going to reach, come down, and then you're going to bring it up your back. So your hands might not reach at all, but just go, bring them where they go, and just leave them there, okay? So we're not trying to pull on anything, we're just going where we can go, and we're just gonna leave them there, okay? Hold it here, breathe. Take a moment here. Okay, and then we're going to reach ourselves forwards. Reach ourselves forward, try to keep a level back. Just go as far as you can go. It might not be very far. This is as far as I can go without rounding out my back, and then bringing myself back. Do two more times. I like the number 3. Going forwards. So the chest and the belly is coming towards the thighs. Takes a lot of effort to keep everything level and straight. Exhale, bring it back down. And then inhale, come back to center. And then release those arms. And then taking the right arm above the left arm, give yourself a hug. And bring the chin down towards your chest. Okay, and then we'll do the other side. So bring your arms open. Okay, bring both arms all the way up. Left arm this time goes down. Boy, that's a harder one for me. And then the right arm comes down and comes up. And just go to where it goes. This is as far as I can go. My hands aren't anywhere near each other. And relax through your shoulders and just hold it here and just notice how it feels on this side of the body without forcing or struggling it. Sometimes also that sense of, what's it called? When we're, competition, that's the word I'm looking for. The competition with ourselves. Oh, I can do it better. I know I can do it further and faster on this side of my body. Try not to get into that into that cycle. Okay, let's do 3 forward bends, keeping our backs and our necks as lengthening as possible. So inhale here, exhale forwards, come forwards. Inhale, lift up. Exhale forwards. So stop your head from going too forward as well too. Kind of tricky. And then one more time, coming forwards. And then bringing yourself back. And then release the arms. And then give yourself a hug with your left arm above your right arm. Hug. And bring the chin down. Good. Okay. And release that. Shake all of that out. Good. Okay. So let's bring our hands towards your heart. Push into your feet. And we're going to come into a chair. Okay, so we're already sitting in the chair. We're going to push into the feet and bring our buttocks off the chair. So push into the feet and then bring yourself back down. Push into the feet and bring yourself back down. Do that a couple more times. And then we're going to stay up. Okay, this next time we're going to stay. Stay here for a couple of moments, couple of breaths. Pushing into all the full feet, toes, heel, inside edge, outside edge of the feet, feeling the power that's in your thighs, and then sit back. And then stretch out your legs and give them just a little shake. Shake them out. Okay. I'm going to inhale the arms all the way up and forward bend. All the way down towards the toes, halfway lift. Forward bend. Bring the arms all the way up. Bring your right knee up towards your chest, sitting up tall. Exhale, forward bend. All the way down. Halfway lift again. Exhale, forward bend. Come all the way up. Left knee comes up towards your chest. Good. Exhale all the way back down. Halfway lift. So you're lengthening through your back. Forward bend. Come all the way up. And see if you can sit back a little bit and bring both legs out. You might can't, you might, maybe not. Bring your knees back down, feet back down, forward bend. Inhale, come all the way up. Just with your feet on the ground, and then forward bend again. We're going to do that all one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward bend. Come all the way back up. Right knee comes up. Exhale, forward bend. Halfway lift. Forward bend. All the way back up. Left knee comes up. Forward bend. Halfway lift. Forward bend. Arms come all the way up. Sit back and see if you can bring both feet up. Exhale, forward bend. Halfway lift. Forward bend. And then bring yourself all the way up. Reach the arms up. Hands to touch. Bring them down towards the heart. And then just stay here for a moment. Now, I don't know that that was hot yoga for sure. What do you think? Take a moment here. Okay, let's keep our hands here. We're going to push back into the feet, coming back into that chair. I'm going to do it 3 times. On the 3rd time, stay in that position. So inhale here and exhale, come up. Inhale to sit back down. Exhale to come up. Inhale to sit back down. Exhale to come up, and then stay here. Breathe. Breathe, root down through your full feet, and then push into those feet and come all the way up. Stretch up, reach those arms above your head, stretch, and then bring your arms all the way down. Good. Okay, let's grab the chair. We're gonna have the chair with the back facing us to begin with, and just holding on to the edge. So standing up tall here. So just have the chair there for your stability if you need it. Root down through your feet, come into your mountain pose, standing up tall as much as you possibly can. Rooting down through the feet, and then feel that movement of the juices that are running through your body. So all your blood and all the fluids moving through the veins, moving through all the muscles, through all the joints, standing up very, very tall here. Then we're going to bend into the knees a little bit, bring your arms all the way up, lift up a little bit more, and then exhale, bring your hands down, and then just hold on to the chair. Okay, so we're going to just push into the toes and lift the heels up and back down. So you can keep a little bend in the knees. Up, back down. Inhale, lift up, back down. And one more time, lift up, hold it here. Hold it here, into those toes, the ball of the foot, the heels lifted. Doesn't have to be that high. See if you can stay there. If you're feeling particularly challenged today, or if you're maybe feeling really good about yourself and you really feel you have lots of confidence, maybe you can let go for a moment, see if you can balance there. And then bring the hands back down, and then bring the heels all the way back down. Okay, so we're going to start to alternate now. So we're going to start with the right foot. So the left foot is going to, the right heel is going to come up. You're going to be into the ball of that right foot. And then you're going to move up. Both feet are up, heels are lifted. And then you're going to bring that right heel down. Okay, so you're going to come up the balls of the feet. Left heel comes down. Up on the balls of the feet. Right heel comes back down. So we're going to keep on going slow. If you want to speed it up a little bit more and move like this, you're very welcome to. But I think just going slow, really feeling the weight transfer is really beneficial too. So it depends on what you want to do. We're just going to go back and forth. Try to stay up as tall as you can. And again, if you're feeling pretty confident, you can bring your hands towards your heart and see if you can do that without holding on to the chair. Although I kind of like having the support of the chair, I'm able to go a little bit slower and get right into my toes as I'm doing this. Let's do this a couple more times. Feeling the balance transfer through our feet. Noticing how all that feels. Okay. And then we're going to press into both feet. Heels are lifted. Stand a little taller. See how high you can lift up those heels. And don't be judgmental on yourself if they're not reaching that high today. That's okay. Hold them here. And then slowly bring those feet, the heels, all the way back down. Maybe lift up the toes and wiggle them around a little bit. Boy, we really use those toes. So wiggle the toes around. And then root down through that right foot. Take your left foot, and you're going to just apply a little bit of pressure on top of the toes. So you're just bringing the foot back and putting a little bit of pressure on the top of the toes. And just a little bit of stretch out through that front part of the ankle. Don't apply too much pressure, just so you feel a nice stretch there. And then we'll change feet. So the left foot presses down, and then you take the right foot, bring the foot behind you, pressing into the tops of the toes, or the top part of the arch. Try to still find some balance here, but don't press too much into that right foot. Just so you feel a nice stretch through the ankle, through the toes. Okay, and then move that foot aside, and then just to wiggle your feet, maybe do a little marching Good, okay, so we're gonna try tree pose. Stand up tall. You might need the chair, you might not have it there. Okay, you can bring your hands towards your heart. Root down through that right foot and bring the left foot up. Every time we do this, we're at a different place and it might feel totally different. So you play around with that left foot and see where it needs to be. Maybe at the ankle, maybe in front of the shin, maybe on the side of the shin, or maybe it goes all the way above the knee. But you decide where it wants to go today. Try to stand up as tall as you can, focus in front of you. So you might need support today, you might not need support today. Maybe you just need a little bit of support every once in a while, just to know that it's there, and that's fine. Make sure you're standing up as tall as you can, focus on something that's not moving, and then really having those hands, if you're worried about falling, the hands pressing together really, really helps to keep you stable. But knowing that the chair is right there. And then if you're feeling confident today, if you feel like branching out the arms is fine, you don't have to. Again, trusting in yourself that you know where you need to be at this moment. So it might be up here. It might be just holding onto the chair. Maybe holding onto the chair and closing your eyes and going inwards a little bit more. Just noticing things that are coming up. There's no right or wrong way of doing this pose. So many different ways. You can discover a lot about yourself in so many different ways. Okay. Then when you've had enough of this side, then just take that left foot down and then just stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. Just for a couple of moments, just to notice how you're feeling. Just noticing the sensations that are going around your body. And then we'll do the other side. So if you need to move your chair over towards the other side, go for it. If you don't need to, that's fine. You still got that chair, it's there for your support. And we'll root down through, actually I'm gonna turn that chair over. Root down through the left foot and we'll bring up the right foot. So make sure you're standing up as tall as you possibly can. And if you want to bring your hands towards your heart, you can, or have that chair hold on to it and take the right foot and bring it up where it needs to be today. So it can be down on the ground. It can be on top of the left foot. That's a nice place to be as well too. Or in front, or on the side, or way above onto the thigh. So just find what works for you at this time, standing up nice and tall. Soften through your shoulders, soften through your face. And then play around with all the add-ons. So things like bring your hands towards your heart. Or maybe just one hand. And maybe bring your arms all the way up. Just noticing, maybe just one arm. And then wherever you are, if you feel very, very supportive, maybe you want to close your eyes for a couple moments. And again, if you fall out of it, make sure you're safe, but just begin again. It's okay to fall out, think, and just start up again. See what happens. Sometimes falling out is a good thing. It brings us back to our center and it allows us to start again. And it's okay to start again. This is how we learn. Just go where you want to on this side. Take a couple more breaths here. Just exploring the different variations of what our bodies can do and how it feels. Good. And then bring the arms down, open up the eyes. If they're closed, bring the leg down. And then just walk your legs, bend into your knees, wiggle your hips. Maybe even move do some hip circles. Good. Okay, and then we're gonna face the seat of the chair. Face the seat of the chair. Bend into your knees. We're just gonna do some cow and cat first of all. So imagine that you're in a table right now. So your back is level. Bend into your knees, holding onto the sides of the chair. And then let's start to do some cow. So dropping the belly, opening up through the chest, the collarbone, and the throat. Our bums are sticking out here. And then exhale, round up the back. And inhale, cow. And exhale, round out into our cat. We'll do that a couple more times. Cow. And cat. And one more time, cow. And cat. Remember, not forcing anything. And then come back to that table. So feeling that your hips are level, your shoulders are level, and your head and your neck are in line with your spine. And try to make sure that you're pressing down in your feet and your hands pretty much the same way. Okay. And then we're going to walk the feet away and coming into our chair downward dog. So walk as far as you like. You can have the nice bend in your knees as much as you need to, either holding onto the sides of the chair, depending on what your chair is, or just maybe placing your hands on the seat of the chair. And then you're just going to take your hips and reach them backwards and just feel a nice stretch here. I absolutely love downward dog on the chair. I think there's a lot more space that can be had, at least I find so. And I just find that I get a better stretch, I think. Anyway, just opening up through the shoulders, through the chest, through the back, stretching out through the arms, feeling yourself supported here. So you should feel very, very stable through your feet. Bend into your knees as much as you need to, but feel a really nice stretch going all the way down the back side of your legs. Try to keep some space between your ears and shoulders. Maybe you need to hold onto the chair edge a little bit more or bend into the elbows a little bit and just see if you can find some space there around your head. Head's right between the arms and your sit bones are just reaching back. And of course you're breathing. Breathe, 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 breathe. Okay, and then we're gonna begin to come forward. So just slowly walking the feet forwards. Okay, and then we're gonna take just one step with the right foot. So the right foot and the left foot are directly kind of in front of each other. Well, it's almost like you're almost on tightrope, but not quite. Okay, holding on, and we're gonna do pyramid pose. Okay, so you can hold on here with your hands. You can bend into the knees as much as you need to. Or if you want to come down a little bit more, you can actually bring your forearms down onto your chair. Again, it just depends on where you want to go, but just don't force it. So this might be too much for you. Maybe just bring yourself up a little bit and just be aware. So you're just stretching a little bit more through the backs of the thighs. And again, you can bring your knees, bend into your knees, relax through your shoulders. Take one more breath here. And then we're going to walk the left foot forward and take the right foot and just bring it back a little bit. Play around with the distance, and then we'll do this again. So creating a nice level back here. So this time the left leg is going to be a little bit more stretched. You can bend into the knees as much as you want. And if you want to bring your forearms down onto the chair, you can do that. It just goes a little bit deeper. Try to keep your hips in line as level as you can and your shoulders as level as you can. And you should feel very, very supported here with the chair and into the ground. Take a few breaths. And then slowly bring yourself back up. And then walk towards the chair, bend into the knees, and then you're gonna push yourself all the way up to stand. Okay, bring your arms all the way up, give yourself a nice little stretch here. And then bring your arms all the way down. Okay. And just hold it here. Standing up tall. Okay. We're going to bring our hands onto our lower back. Just like that. With your elbows maybe going towards each other a little bit. Don't worry about the elbows too much. Root down through your feet. You can even widen your feet a little bit. And we're just going to push into the lower back, into the sacrum just a little bit. Pushing forwards and then just opening up through the chest. So it's almost as if you're leaning against the beach ball. Okay. So we're not moving too much. We're still stable on our feet. We can bend into the knees just to open up and stretch out the abs and strengthen through the back, because we did a few forward bends here. If you feel like you need to hold on to something, then hold on to the chair and do this. You can hold on to the chair and then just lean yourself back as if you're leaning against a big beach ball, but we're not leaning back very much. You just should feel a stretch through the abs and a little strengthening here through the back. Okay, and then bring yourself back up and we're going to sit ourselves down. Back down into the chair. Okay, so wiggle yourself into the chair. Just wiggle your buttocks a little bit. Let's do some shoulder shrugs up and down. And then just bringing your hands down onto your lap, close up down your eyes and just notice for a moment. Notice any sensations. Notice your breath. So maybe just become aware of some of the things that we just did. Maybe how they felt on your body. And maybe just thinking about those 5 attributes for change and transformation. The first one is beginning again. The second one is asking lots of questions. You'll be able to ask yourself some questions. And then I forgot the other ones. Oh yes, trust in your experiences. Were you trusting yourself that you knew what to do? And then the fourth one was being discriminative on what was working best for you. And if something wasn't working, were you able to change it up? Did you give yourself the opportunity to change things as needed for yourself? And every time that we pause, like maybe what we're doing at this moment, taking a pause and just to reflect, to process, to integrate what we've done. Okay. So we're going to take a few moments. We can open up the eyes. We're going to take a few moments and do some breathing exercises. Then I'm going to let you go into your Savasana, either on your chair or on the ground. Okay. So we're going to begin with some alternate nostril breathing to begin with. Okay. So sitting up tall, take your left hand, connect your thumb and your pointer finger, place the hand palm face up. And then the right hand, either you're going to manipulate with the right thumb and the pointer finger, or take the pointer finger and the tall fingers and bring them inwards And you'll manipulate your nose with the right thumb and your ring finger. So bring your elbow close in towards your body, cover up your right nostril with your right thumb, and begin to breathe in and out through your left nostril. You can have your eyes open or closed. If you have your eyes open, try to focus on something that's not moving. So just follow the air that's moving in and out through that left nostril. Just notice how it's flowing. And then cover up that left nostril, open up the right, and begin to breathe in and out through the right. Noticing maybe the difference between the two sides. And then cover up that right nostril, breathe in through the left. Cover the left, breathe out through the right. We're just going to begin to alternate between the two. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. And exhale right. Inhale right. And exhale left. And just continue to do that at your own pace, your own time. We're going to do 2 more of those, inhaling from the left to begin and exhaling from the left to finish. Okay, on that last exhale through the left side, just bring your hand down and just notice. Okay, and then we're going to start to do a box breath. I think we were doing this last week. So we're going to inhale for a count of 4 or 5 through both nostrils. Hold it for a count of 4 or 5 or adjust it. It works best for you. Then exhale it out for a count of 4 or 5. Hold that air out for a count of 4 or 5 or adjust it. And then we're going to begin again. We're going to do that 4 times. Okay, I'm not going to count because everyone's breath is different. So, but we're going to begin to start in a moment. So we're going to take a breath in through the nose. Exhale it out. Inhale to begin. After your 4th one, just breathe easy, notice. Okay. The last breath we're going to do, breath work we're going to do is the bumblebee breath. So we won't do the hands, we'll just plug the ears, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna just do it 4 times. We're gonna inhale through the nose, and we're just going to hum it out like a humming bee, or a hummingbird, or a bumblebee, or whatever you like. We're just gonna close off the ears so you can really feel that vibration in your head. If you wanna do your hands, you can. So the thumbs go on your ears, the pointer finger and the tall finger go around your eyes, or you can just gently press on your eyelids. And the ring finger and your pinky finger just go around your mouth, or just press onto the lips a little bit so that you can feel the vibration. So it's entirely up to you. If you want to do that, you don't have to. Okay, so we'll just close down the ears. So taking a breath in, close off the ears, and 4 times for the hum. When you're done, just allow your hands to rest and just feel that a vibration moving through your body. And then from here, if you'd like to lie down on your mat, be my guest, or if you just want to lean back into the chair and just bring yourself to your Savasana. So wherever that may be, on the ground or in your chair, and just relax yourself. Just feeling that vibration moving through your body. I can still feel mine. Stay with your breath, stay with your body. Try not to allow your mind to run away on you, as it oftentimes does. Just allowing you to be here in this moment. Okay, and peacefully, and it was a very short Savasana. If you want to stay in your Savasana for longer, please do. But I'm going to come back and end the practice. So take a breath in, allow it to deepen. And slowly wiggle the fingers and toes. You don't have to, you can stay where you are. And start to bring yourself back into your seat. And come into a seat, give yourself a stretch if you like. And bring your arms down. Maybe bring your hands towards your heart, either in Anjali Mudra with your hands together, or just bring your hand on, one hand onto the heart, and the other hand on top of that hand. Just bringing yourself back to your center. And just taking a couple of moments just to reflect on the practice. And then just repeating to yourself this little mantra. You can repeat it to yourself throughout the day today if you like. I embrace change, I go with the flow. I embrace change, I go with the flow. I embrace change, I go with the flow. And then bring your hands together, bow your head, and give yourself gratitude. You're coming and practicing being aware, being mindful, taking time to reflect, taking time to ask questions, and just taking the time. Let's finish this practice with one Om together. Take a breath in through the nose, sigh it out. Breathe in for one Om. Om. Namaste.